Well, here we go again. If you weren't sick of the winter weather by now, today just might do it for you. Already this morning, we've seen snow, sleet, and freezing rain, and it has been a trouble on the roads.
Chuck and Mimi are helping you navigate around all the problems that are popping up this morning. Plus, we have Matt, Alyssa, and Carlos out all across central Indiana. We'll talk to all of them live to see how these changing conditions are affecting you.
This is 13 Eyewitness News Sunrise.
And this is a live look at downtown Indianapolis, where we are now seeing a little bit of mist and fog this morning. What a day out there today, folks. More than 244 school delays. And how about this? The winds are incredible out at the airport. Now, gusts to 33 miles per hour, Carmel 27, West Lafayette 26. In our northern counties where you folks have had snow, that means we're going to see some blowing and some drifting of snow. I wanted to, before we take a look at the radar, show you what's going on in some of the area towns. Now, this is Tipton, where Alyssa has been earlier this morning. You could see the covering of snow, and there's some very light snow falling there right now. This is Plainfield, which is getting rain. You folks in the metro area have seen a little bit of everything, including Connorsville, which had snow, had freezing rain, and now rain. So let's go to live Doppler 13 radar and get caught up with things here at 6:01. This is snow. It's very light, but from Carmel to Westfield, heavier snow around Tipton and Elwood, and at times this is going to be mixed with rain and freezing rain. We've already seen that at the Ball State campus here in Muncie and right along Highway 3 just north of Newcastle. The I-69 corridor is a mess this morning, while we're seeing primarily rain south of Indianapolis, including Greenwood and Columbus. Later on today, we're above freezing and see rain. We'll warm up into the low 40s later on today. Carlos, it seems like the worst of all of this is well to our north, but here it's been a slushy mess, and for that reason, you know, we've got IPS on a 2-hour delay this morning.
Yeah, you know, that's the reason why, because of the slush downtown, because we have this mess downtown. I'm officially declaring this a boot day. You got to put the boots on this morning if you're going to get out there. I've been watching people get out of their car here downtown to go over to Orange Theory down here to work out, and this is what they're doing. They're getting out of their car, and they're thinking they can walk on top of the snow, but then when they step into the snow like this, it kind of goes down, and they end up kind of doing the snow dance. So if you got boots, wear them today, because you are going to feel it. It is a cold, slushy mess outside. Mimi, what are the roads looking like?
Very messy. In fact, we had a whole slew of early morning accidents. Good morning from the Speedway Traffic Center. Want to take you to I-70. Concern about this accident on eastbound I-70 near Emerson Avenue. You can see quite a bit of activity. A state trooper was injured in this accident. We don't know the extent of those injuries. I'm sure we'll be hearing from Sergeant John Perrine here in a little bit when he gets an update. But this is right there at that ramp system. Ramp system seemed to be very slick this morning. Ice coated on top of snow in many areas for your travels. This earlier accident, this one has been cleared, so that is good news here along 65, although I do see a flashing light there still off to the left, and it does look like traffic is single file in this area along that stretch of 65. We go down to the southeast this morning, Franklin Road at Shelbyville Road. Now we're starting to see some problems with some power lines, with probably some ice building up on some of those. We're going to travel north and check in with Alyssa. She's been up scoping things out in Tipton County. Hi, Alyssa.
Good morning, Mimi. Yeah, we've been driving around Tipton all this morning so far, and actually the interstate here on 31, it actually looks way better than it did earlier this morning, and I think that's because it started to rain out here. So you're getting the snow to be washed away, but that doesn't mean it's not slick out here. We did see that accident. We've been driving around it, know that a car slid into the median, and it looked like it got hit by a semi because the whole left side of the car is all smashed in. So it looks like they have that under control. They put one person on a stretcher into an ambulance. That ambulance took off from that scene there, and now they're just loading the car onto a tow truck. But please take it easy out there. We can't say it enough. Take your time. Now let's check in with Matt McCutcheon live in Johnson County for us. Matt, how's it looking where you are?
Good morning to you. We're definitely seeing the snow, everything that's been falling overnight really kind of melt here because temperatures are inching just barely above freezing. In fact, you see this right here, this huge mud puddle and this rain that continues to fall at this hour. That's really creating everything that you see right here in this parking lot. This is not slick at all. This really here is pretty much just a slush right now. But to put it in perspective of where the weather story was maybe just about an hour ago, we're going to draw your attention right here to this sign. This was all ice right here, and you can see how this is melting right there and coming right off because it is warming up here in the south in Johnson County. But still allow yourself plenty of extra time because roads can still be a little slick, especially if temperatures get down below freezing here in the next couple of hours. Of course, will be your eyes and ears here all morning long here on this wintry Wednesday. Ben and Julia.
All right, Matt, live from the south side. Matt, thanks a lot.
And we do have more than 245 school delays right now. And as you heard, that does include IPS. So make sure you check before heading out. We do have it listed for you at WTHR.com/closing.
And don't forget to download the WTHR weather app. It's free. It does have street level zoom, that animated radar, and it is fully customizable.
Well, in other news this morning, a growing investigation into a string of reported sexual assaults on an Indiana college campus.
Right now, that investigation is being handled by school leaders, but not everyone agrees with that decision.
The University of Southern Indiana says those assaults happened inside college housing, and the suspect is a student who has since been banned from the Evansville campus.
The alleged assaults were reported to Title IX officials at the University of Southern Indiana instead of to police. And no charges have been filed, since the victim never filed a criminal complaint.
Students on campus, though, say finding out about the string of reported assaults is unsettling, and some aren't sure if the university should be handling the investigation on its own.
I mean, I understand, like, they're trying to protect his privacy, whoever it happened to, their privacy. And I understand, like, you know, we're students, like, it could be a good thing that they're keeping it kind of private, like in the university only. But I mean, I think it's important to share, like, with the community.
The school is encouraging any other victims to come forward. In the meantime, the suspect is still enrolled there at USI.
The school is making accommodations, though, so they can continue studying without actually being on campus. But university leaders say that could change based on what the investigation uncovers.
Also new here on Sunrise this morning, Olympic gymnast Aly Raisman's talking about USA Gymnastics in a new interview. She's talking about her life since coming forward about the abuse she suffered at the hands of Larry Nassar.
Raisman was one of hundreds of women who publicly accused the disgraced former doctor of sexual abuse during his time with Indy-based USA Gymnastics. She says after all the complaints and problems within the organization, nothing has changed.
But after so many years, I mean, again, the first reported incident of abuse was in 1997 for our abuser. I reported my abuse in 2015 before the 2016 Olympics, and there still has not been a full independent investigation. And that, to me, just speaks volumes to our culture.
It's been more than a year since Nassar was sentenced to up to 125 years in prison for abusing those hundreds of women. He has filed several appeals, but those have been rejected so far.
USA Gymnastics has a new CEO. It is the fourth new leader in less than 2 years in the wake of the Nassar abuse scandal. Lee Young will take over next month. Right now, USA Gymnastics is facing lawsuits, bankruptcy proceedings, and decertification efforts by the U.S. Olympic Committee. Lee Young is actually a former gymnast and says she reached out to USAG requesting the job. She's facing some criticism from gymnasts, though, and being called an insider. But Lee Young sat down for an exclusive interview with us, saying she's hoping to make real change within the organization.
I understand that words can be empty sometimes, and I just ask the public to judge us by our response and to judge us by our actions going forward. We will learn from the past, but we look to the future to heal and rebuild.
The new CEO says she's planning a listening tour and has already reached out to several gymnasts looking for feedback. Her first day on the job is March 8th.
Well, at the State House this morning, a revised hate crime bill could get a vote this week, but not everyone is thrilled with the changes lawmakers have made. Several state leaders voted to remove the words sexual orientation, gender identity, and race from the bill, and instead replace them with the word bias. Republicans say this will keep the law more general and give judges more power to decide on a case-by-case basis. Governor Holcomb, though, says he's disappointed in the change, but a Senate vote is expected on the revised bill as early as tomorrow.
It's 6:09 on your Wednesday, and President Trump is denying a new report from the New York Times that claims he tried to put one of his people in charge of the investigation into hush money payments during the 2016 campaign. As we've reported, two women say the president paid them off to stay silent about their alleged affairs. Those payments actually landed the president's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, in prison on a 3-year sentence. Now, before all that happened, the New York Times reported that President Trump tried putting a different lawyer in charge of the Cohen investigation. But both President Trump and former Attorney General Matthew Whitaker have both denied those claims.
Well, imagine getting in your car and not hitting a single red light on your way. That'd be pretty nice.
It would be incredible. For some drivers, it's actually an option. Still ahead here on Sunrise, we're going to talk about the new feature in cars across the country that's helping people beat the system.
But first, doctors are looking at several ways to prevent millions of cases of cervical cancer in the coming years. Up next, the 2 things you can be doing right now to lower your chances.
Shop from more than 1,200 flooring styles in stock and save over 50% every day at Floors to Your Home. Now through Saturday, get 3 rooms of waterproof flooring for only $649. Who saves you over 50% on top quality flooring? Floors to Your Home, that too.
Beck Toyota, where families go to save. Lease a Highlander for $219 a month, or lease a RAV4 for only $149 a month.
I love Beck Toyota.
Where families go to save.
She never does a thing for herself, but she never skimps on us. So it hurt to see how self-conscious she was about her teeth. She'd cover her mouth, looked at the floor when she talked. But this was perfect. Now we understand why they call it Turning Point. It was like a new start. The consultation was free. They did something that even I couldn't do. They made my wife smile.
Call Turning Point Dental Implants and get up to $1,000 off your new smile.
It's hard to know what to do after a car accident. At HensleyLegal.com, you can download our free online resources to help determine your next steps. Call 1-888-HENSLEY for your free consultation. Hensley Legal Group, the strength to make a difference.
Tom Wood's lifetime powertrain coverage includes the 4 most important systems in your vehicle for unlimited miles and unlimited time at no cost to you. Protection from expensive repairs for a lifetime. Find the car you want the way you want at TomWood.com.
We're here for new cuddlers, the yearly checkuppers. We're here for the weekend warriors, the strong at heart, and the true survivors. At Witham Health Services, we're here for you. With remarkable physicians, state-of-the-art technologies, all dedicated to caring, supporting, and treating you like no other. Witham Health Services.
At Houseworks, we know that classic modern is a blend of what makes us comfortable and joyous. It's simple elegance, a modern look pared down, complex in concept and evolution, simple in expression. It's bold, thought-provoking, and yet about being comfortable in the world as it is today. Sophistication with exceptional comfort. Simply, Houseworks is about the way you live.
Beck Toyota, where families go to save. Lease a Highlander for $219 a month, or lease a RAV4 for only $149 a month.
I love Beck Toyota.
Where families go to save.
Shop from more than 1,200 flooring styles in stock and save over 50% every day at Floors to Your Home. Now through Saturday, get 3 rooms of laminate with pad, only $349. Who saves you over 50% on top quality flooring? Floors to Your Home, that too.
Good morning. We're back here on Sunrise at 6:13 on your Wednesday, and on the health beat here, simple vaccinations and screenings could help prevent up to 13 million cases of cervical cancer within the next 50 years.
It's one of the most preventable cancers out there, but doctors say it's important that young women start getting tested in their early 20s.
By the time they're 21, 28, they may start seeing these precancer changes. So this is critical that that's when we identify this and treat it. Because if we treat these precancers, then okay, we're not going to develop cancers.
Researchers say an increase in those screenings and HPV vaccines could eliminate cervical cancer as a major public health problem in large countries by 2050. But if prevention programs don't expand, doctors predict another 44 million cases could be diagnosed in the next 50 years.
Right now, cervical cancer is the fourth most common for women across the country, with more than 500,000 new cases just last year.
Well, Audi is offering a new feature for drivers to help you hit as many green lights as possible on your drive. So here's how it works. The dashboard will show you a recommended speed to catch the so-called green wave, meaning you won't get stopped by as many red lights. This is all based on the car's location, area speed limits, and the signal timing. Right now, it's only available in select cities for certain 2017 and 2018 models. Unfortunately, it is not here in Indiana just yet.
All right, 6:15 on your Wednesday. So glad you're with us, and weather is the story this morning. And hopefully by this weekend, this will all be a distant memory.
Hopefully by this afternoon, it will be a distant memory.
Yes, and it will. We now have 279 delays in our far northern counties. As you see the crawls on the bottom of your screen, there are a few closings. Most of these are delays, so a lot of you, in fact, if you listen, that's the telephone chain going right now. Can you watch my child so I can go to work early? But it is a mess out there. We're going to check in with Mimi. We've had a number of wrecks, and I want to show you an area where it's actually getting a little bit better. This is a live look from Melissa's car. They're going into northern Hamilton County. They've left Tipton County into northern Hamilton County. The traffic is moving really slow there. And let me tell you, this is a whole lot better in northern Hamilton than it was in Tipton County. It is really windy out there, and that's making things worse. 33 degrees right now, 33 miles per hour wind gusts, 20 mile per hour wind gusts at McCordsville, 26 in Lafayette. Now, some of you may be wondering, hey, it has stopped raining and snowing over a good part of the area. In fact, it's kind of raining right now in Indy. Why is school delayed for IPS? Because even though the roads may be somewhat clear, the sidewalks are not, and the young'uns have to get on the school bus, so you've got, slush that high in some cases out there. But it's still falling in spots. A little bit of rain and freezing rain from Noblesville to Fishers. Again, the I-69 corridor, slow down on this thing because snow's still falling. It's very light, but from Alexandria north. And even though we have had rain, we've had several reports that have said, hey, we're getting some sleet mixed with this rain, especially near Rushville and Greensburg this morning. We're also seeing a dry slot of air moving in, so that's why the winds pick up. When you have these dry slots and storms like this, traditionally the winds will pick up in the winter. We've watched that happen for years. Snowy and slick this morning, more than now 279 delays as we see this transition eventually to all rain. It'll dry out first, then the rain will move in. Currently 33 here, 28 in Chicago. We are not, fortunately, tapping up to this ice-cold air that is helping to feed a major winter storm in Iowa and Minnesota this morning. But here we are with our winter weather advisory. Here's that winter storm warning for Des Moines on to the north at Minneapolis. So we're really fortunate, even though, again, take it easy on some of these roads. This winter weather advisory will be in effect until 10 o'clock this morning for our entire area under it. Okay. Here's the good news. I think we're going to see the transition to all rain for just about everybody between 9 and 11 o'clock this morning. Muncie, Upland, Logansport, Peru. It's going to be later for you folks. Low 40s in Indianapolis, upper 30s in our northern tier counties. In fact, let me just jump ahead and show you what it's going to be like when our show ends and the Today Show begins in a few minutes. Still snow north of I-70, but quickly that's going to move away. That dry socket that I told you about is going to move in, a dry slot of air, but then that is the precursor for rain for your drive home from work. Now, when you get the kids off on these 2-hour delays, remember, when they come home from school, this is exactly what's going to be happening. 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, still rain. 5 o'clock, still rain for the evening rush hour, and then it gets foggy for tomorrow. 42 today, fog tonight, 30 degrees for a low. And then as we move into the next few days, 44 by Friday. Mimi, we're going to have thunderstorms, but we'll get up to 60 on Saturday, and just about every day in our 7-day outlook is above average for this time of year, including today. But, man, we have had so many problems out there. Is it getting any better?
No, it's not.
Okay.
In fact, and Chuck, the accidents we're seeing are on the interstates, mostly, not on the side roads, which gives me an indication that folks are driving way too fast on the interstate for the conditions that are out there. Good morning from the Speedway Traffic Center. Our latest accident is right smack dab downtown, coming southbound on I-65. Near 11th Street, just outside our window here, exiting off at Meridian Street. Looks like most of it is in the left-hand, or they're squeezing traffic over into the far left-hand lane. This is just passing West Street. This traffic headed on over to the North Split, and we're starting to develop a backup at this location. You can see it's wrapped around the curve at this location. Wouldn't be surprised to start seeing this back up towards 21st Street with just single-file traffic and some slick conditions on the interstate in this area. I-70 eastbound, we had reports that a state trooper was involved in this accident or injured in this accident off of I-70. This is the ramp system from eastbound 70 exiting there to Emerson Avenue. Right now, it almost looks like that might be blocked for a few more minutes near that ramp system. We may have had a second incident there, so keep that in mind as you travel. This would be on the outbound coming out of the city and 70. Those ramps, bridges, overpasses, but it seems like we've had several issues around the ramp systems this morning. Ben and Julia.
Mimi, thank you.
Well, we can't seem to go more than a day without talking about those potholes plaguing our streets all across Indianapolis.
Yeah, but DPW says they are making progress, so that's some good news. Still ahead at 6:30, the group shares an update on just how many potholes they filled so far, and the reason it might not bring as much relief as it should.
And could the answer to curing the world's diseases be hidden in shark DNA?
Coming up here on Sunrise, the strange new study that doctors say could revolutionize modern medicine as we know it.
Get custom winter weather alerts with the Live Doppler 13 weather app.
Shop over 700 new Fords at Indy's low price leader, Ray Skillman Ford. Get 0 for 60 plus $4,700 on a new Explorer. Save 28% on a new Escape. Save 25% on a new F-150. 2 locations or RaySkillmanFord.com.
Love says come here and a voice in your ear whispers new.
Donato's Pizza Love Rewards. Earn points with every purchase. Get free pizza on your birthday and your 10th pizza free. Sign up today.
Well, guys, no school.
Snow day! Yes!
Come on.
Otherwise known as a WeatherTech Day.
Let's go.
So when the weather turns bad, you can still find a way to enjoy it. With WeatherTech's laser-measured cargo liners, seat protectors, and floor liners. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com. The ultimate protection for your vehicle.
At Riverview Health, we focus on you so you can focus on what matters most.
Over 100 remaining 2018s up to $16,000 off. Don Hines Ford's huge President's Week Spectacular. The last F-150s 5 to $16,000 off every one. From $189 a month. 2018 Explorers 6 to $10,000 off every one. Explorers from $169 a month. 2018 Escapes $7,500 to $9,000 off every one. Escapes from $175 a month. Get 0 for 60. Buy today. Make no payments till May. Our President's Week Spectacular.
Don Hines Ford, 126th Street, State Road 37 in Fishers.
Welcome back to Crew. We're asking some of our customers what they like about the Unlimited Club. Mind if I join you?
I feel like I'm more organized when my car is clean.
I love it because it saves me time and I get my own lane.
So what's your favorite part of having your Crew Unlimited plan?
The kids love it.
The staff at Crew Car Wash is amazing.
I get my lane like a VIP.
I'm a neat freak, man. I come as many times as I want.
Go unlimited by March 17th and get your second month free. Unlimited washes, unlimited savings, unlimited smiles.
Get to the Cable Rugs President's Day sales event for unbeatable prices on incredible rugs. Hundreds of rugs up to 60% off. Now's your chance to save. So many styles, so many sizes, all on sale. Hurry to Cable, the best rugs at the best price.
Shop over 700 new Fords at Indy's low price leader, Ray Skillman Ford. Get 0 for 60 plus $4,700 on a new Explorer. Save 28% on a new Escape. Save 25% on a new F-150. 2 locations or RaySkillmanFord.com.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Sunrise. I'm Melissa Raymond, and we're cruising around Westfield at the moment. We got off of 31, headed on State Road 32. You can see we don't have any rain, any snow coming down at this moment. The roads, this is the best they've looked all morning to us. Especially that change happened for us at the Tipton-Hamilton County line. Tipton, all snow covered, but then once we got into Hamilton County, you get this slush. So you could tell that it's been raining and kind of washing the snow off the road. But we do know things are still really slick out here because we've passed at least 3 slide-offs in the last, I'd say, 10 minutes. Ben, Julia?
Well, good to hear that it's improving. Some of that rain maybe help washing it away, but I wouldn't get cavalier and all of a sudden start driving faster because of that. Still got to be careful.
Because, I mean, we're still seeing cars sliding off the road. Well, could shark DNA be the secret to curing cancer and even serious illnesses? That's what researchers are trying to find out.
You're asking the right question. Shark DNA. Yeah, researchers actually looking at the genes of great white sharks to see if they could be used to keep humans healthy.
This is a long-term project, but our idea is that we can take these advantageous genes in sharks and as a first step, put them in human cell lines in laboratory and see if they help reduce or even block cancer entirely or help with wound healing.
How about that? Researchers found that great whites have changes in their DNA sequences that suggests they can grow and adapt. So that means their DNA can repair itself while humans can't. Researchers say this could help with everything from cancer and other diseases to aging and even healing cuts or broken bones, which now finally makes sense that Jaws could take all those bullets and being stabbed and could still go after all of them.
Regenerating himself.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah, there you
I
go.
want some shark DNA in me.
too,
Get
now.
stabbed and you just walk away like, oh, that's no big deal.
fine.
It'll heal itself. Well, the Kentucky high school student at the center of that viral confrontation with a Native American activist in our nation's capital is now suing the Washington Post for millions of dollars.
Ahead at 6:30, how the teen is now involving the president in the fight and the other lawsuits that are already on the way.
It is 6:26, and folks, we have a mess out there this morning. 279 school delays, a number of wrecks like this one at I-65 and West Street, and a winter weather advisory until 10. A look at live Doppler 13 radar, the forecast for that drive home, and 60 in the outlook, you bet. It's coming up in our next half hour of Sunrise.
Shop from more than 1,200 flooring styles in stock and save over 50% every day at Floors to Your Home. Now through Saturday, get 3 rooms of hardwood flooring for only $359. Who saves you over 50% on top quality flooring? Floors to Your Home, that too.
Ed Martin Toyota, Indiana's largest Toyota store, has the winter's hottest deals, plus the biggest trade-in allowances. Just $219 a month for a new Camry. We have what you're looking for less. Ed Martin Toyota.
The only name you need to know.
Love says come here, and a voice in your ear whispers new words. Love comes around and you finally found an excuse.
Donato's Pizza Love Rewards. Earn points with every purchase and great perks like free pizza on your birthday and your 10th pizza free. Join today. Call or visit donatos.com/rewards.
Make 2019 your best year in a new 2019 Honda with one of these popular zero down payment leases from Honda of Fishers, or ask about a special deal on the model you've been wanting. Kick off the year with a 2019 Honda from Honda of Fishers.
If you've been in an accident with a semi-truck, let our crash team get started today. Don't delay. Evidence disappears or can be destroyed. Call 1-888-HENSLEY. Hensley Legal Group. The strength to make a difference.
Now is the time to get a great deal on a pre-owned vehicle at Honda of Fishers. With all our recent trade-ins, we have a large selection of quality used and certified pre-owned Hondas. Check out our website to view our inventory and visit for a test drive at Honda of Fishers.
The laborers. We're not just the men and women who build your roads and bridges. We build our communities. Throughout Indiana, LIUNA members are involved in the life of the towns and cities we live in. We're your neighbors, family, and friends.
In good times and bad, we're there to pitch in and get the job done. We're 12,000 hardworking laborers, volunteers, Hoosiers. The Laborers International Union of North America. We build Indiana.
Ed Martin Toyota, Indiana's largest Toyota store, has the winter's hottest deals, plus the biggest trade-in allowances. Just $239 a month for a new RAV4. We have what you're looking for less. Ed Martin Toyota.
The only name you need to know.
Shop for more than 1,200 flooring styles in stock and save over 50% every day at Floors to Your Home. Now through Saturday, get 3 rooms of carpet installed with pad, now only $7.99. Who saves you over 50% on top quality flooring? Floors to Your Home, that too.
They've reported from around the world and from America's home.
They were prepared to take bin Laden alive.
Covered wars, and they bring all of this to every story that breaks and every story that touches your heart.
Welcome to Today. Thanks for joining.
This is 13 Eyewitness News, Sunrise.
We have another messy morning commute on our hands after overnight snow and freezing rain moved through the Hoosier State. This is a live look from Westfield, our drive cam there on Spring Mill Road. We have Matt, Alyssa, and Carlos up all across central Indiana to keep you weather aware.
Now, DPW has been out. They've had about 80 trucks treating the roads overnight, and NDOT had another 60 trucks. But you will still see that you're going to want to give yourself some extra time this morning, as we've talked about, that it is snow, sleet, and rain. Just depends on where you are this morning.
It absolutely does, and we're glad you're with us here this morning. I'm Ben here alongside Julie. It's not really fun out there this morning. Our radar was all sorts of different colors.
And we've had accidents all over the interstates, including slide-offs and jackknife semis. So the big question of the hour, Chuck, is how long is this precipitation going to stick around here with us this morning?
I think it's getting better right now. We'll have more rain, not snow or sleet, but rain tonight. And folks, you know, it's been 125 days since we saw our first trace of snow back on October 12th. You'd think we'd be used to it. We are not. This is a live look at Westfield, where the snow has been falling. And because this dry slot of air is moving in, these winds are really howling out there. Indianapolis International, 33-mile-per-hour gusts. In Carmel, 30-mile-per-hour gusts right now. And this is a look at Doppler 13 radar. Here's the good news. Arcadia, Noblesville, Kirkland, most of this is gone. However, we're still seeing snow on that I-69 corridor from Middletown to Daleville over towards Muncie and all the way to Fort Wayne. 69 is the area I'm really concerned about. And even though it's not snowing on 31 now, it has been. Look at the rain pushing off to the west of Greensburg right now. Currently, we're still looking at the possibility for some more rain coming in as things warm up. Our high today in the low 40s, but a reminder, we have a winter weather advisory in effect, and the biggest problems that we're seeing out there today are these slick roads with ice and snow covering them. So please be careful out there. And speaking of traffic, she's been covering it like a blanket, and you've had your full day today, Mimi.
Yeah, good morning from the Speedway Traffic Center. It's calming down a little bit, so that's a good sign. We're not seeing those accidents rolling in like they were about a half hour ago. However, we do have an obstacle if you're getting ready to travel into downtown. Southbound I-65, this is exiting off near Meridian Street. Single file traffic here, just getting through in the left-hand lane. Let's show you where traffic is backed up and wrapped around towards West Street. I can see that end of that line right now, starting to stretch back over by IU Methodist. So this will be a slow go, but if you're getting ready to travel into the downtown area, tacking on about 10 extra minutes. We're clear now eastbound 70 at Emerson Avenue, but still watch those off ramps this morning. That's where I've seen a lot of problems. Folks spinning around on those ramp systems. And down south, some fallen power lines. This could be ice related at Franklin Road and Shelbyville Road there on the city's southeast side. The key this morning, give yourself plenty of space between you and your car in front of you. Do not tailgate. Ben and Julia.
All right, Mimi, thank you.
Well, we have school delays pouring in right now.
Yeah, so far we have almost 300 of those, so make sure you check WTHR.com and /closing. That does include IPS, the largest school district in the state, by the way. Now, Alyssa Raymond has been keeping an eye on things in Hamilton County this morning, where Alyssa, earlier they seemed to really be the worst right up where you've been.
Oh, yeah, we saw multiple cars slide off of the side of the road, Julia. And right now we're on 169th Street, checking out some of the side roads around Westfield, and could clearly see there's still snow covered here in this town. actually 31 right when we got off of there. 31 looked pretty good, but still we had slide offs there. So even though it looked like it was just wet and slushy, it's still impacting the way people are driving. So we're going to head into Westfield now. And Carlos, I swear to you, I'm going to get out of the car eventually. How's it looking where you are, buddy?
Stay in the car, Alyssa, because the wind is now kicking up. We've seen so many different kinds of weather this morning. At 2:30 this morning, we had a thick snowfall coming from the, and I would describe it as thick snow coming from the sky. Then it turned to a slushy rain. Now the wind is coming in, and we talked about the off-ramps. Be careful on your way into work when you're coming in on the off-ramps, because as you can see, it's not icy, but you do have patches of slush coming in. So right now, as we've said, there's no ice to deal with, no snow, but you do have slush to deal with, and that's where we're seeing some of the accidents off these off-ramps. Matt, how is it looking in Johnson County?
Good morning, buddy. We're right here along I-65, the King Street 44 here along exit 90. And take a look here at the road conditions. You can see traffic is moving smoothly, and there's just a little bit of snow on the ground, but really that is slush. The good news is the nonstop rain, which was previously snow overnight when temperatures were below freezing, has now stopped. So we are finally getting a break from that. Traffic is moving smoothly, albeit a little slower, because you do have that slush that, as Carlos just mentioned, can kind of turn into just being slush and kind of icy as well. That will be a concern here as the day goes on about if temperatures go down below freezing again. We've had a number of road crews from both NDOT and Johnson County here on the roads in Franklin tending to those roads, but again, slushy right now is the major concern, especially if it goes below freezing here, as we know it will in those overnight hours. Of course, we'll continue to monitor conditions here all day long on Eyewitness News. Ben?
Yeah, from Johnson County to Marion to Hamilton, you can see just a messy morning. Matt, thanks a lot. Well, at the State House this morning, a bill providing optional gun training for teachers is seeing some progress. Now, the House approved this bill this week, modeling the training after a similar program for local police. But some teachers are trying to fight this bill, saying they shouldn't have to act as police or security. And they're concerned about the dangers of having a gun in the classroom. Right now, it's not illegal for a licensed gun owner to carry inside Indiana schools unless the district has specific rules.
That money would be dedicated to improving student mental health services and addressing potential safety threats.
Well, new here this morning, the high school student at the center of that viral confrontation with a Native American elder in our nation's capital is now suing the Washington Post.
Yeah, he is accusing the newspaper of defamation for how it reported on the video controversy.
WTHR.com. It's under our local news tab.
Well, before the winter weather arrived, DPW was rushing around to fill as many potholes as possible. So far this year, they say they've filled more than 52,000 potholes all around Indianapolis.
But despite all of that work, it's still a growing problem around the city, as you can see on this map. There are still about 6,200 pothole requests still waiting to be fixed.
Those are just the ones, I should say, that have been reported. So don't forget, we have a link to the pothole reporting website for the city of Indy. That's at WTHR.com. Just look under Pothole Patrol.
All right, 6:38. So what month is it?
We are nearing March, just not close enough.
Nearing March, right? We're probably all fed up with winter. I think that's fair to say.
I think we are, but we know spring is around the corner, so Lindsay Monroe is giving us the confidence to believe it, even with this morning's weather.
You know, it seems like it's been winter for a long time.
Yes.
That's because it has been. You know, technically it started in December, but we had our first trace snowfall back in October. 125 days ago. It's been winter longer than the actual season itself, which is why it's just event after event kind of dragging us down. But I want to bring you back up, a silver lining here. Keep in mind, daylight savings time is going to start in just a couple of weeks, 18 days away on March 10th. So that means we're going to see that daylight staying out a little later in the afternoon. That's going to help us out. And also the fact that the first day of spring is now within a month, and we're counting down to the first day of summer, Chuck, just 120 days away.
Hurry up.
Yeah, and you know, the good news is as well, is the average high this time of year is actually increasing. Each and every day, the average high gets a little bit warmer.
Yeah, so the odds are that a lot of this mess will end, which is a good thing. But I'll tell you, Lindsay, even though the snow has stopped in some spots, it's still snowy. You're looking live near Westfield right now at snow-covered and icy roads. Westfield, Washington, and 278 other districts on a delay this morning. Our forecast is coming up.
Thanks, guys. And a new type of therapy is promising to keep you young by pumping younger blood into
No thanks.
To your body.
All right, so it does sound true.
No.
It sounds strange, but it is true. So coming up next, we're going to tell you why the FDA says the so-called young treatment is a big cause for concern.
Yes.
Don't do it, people. Stay with us.
Ray Skillman Buick GMC is Indy's best choice for a new vehicle.
And with 2 locations, we're just minutes from you.
Save up to $12,000 on a new Sierra Crew Cab. Drive a new Buick Encore for as low as $169 a month.
Ray Skillman Buick GMC, just minutes from you, or RaySkillmanCars.com.
Your voice lets him know he's safe. Shelter Insurance does the same for you. Roadside assistance provided by Road America is now included with your auto policy. We'll take care of you while you take care of what's most important. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
There are certain decisions you make in life that come down to trust and to feel good about those decisions. You make them with people you found to be trustworthy. At Williams Comfort Air, we know that choosing a heating and cooling system for your home is one of those decisions. So we do everything we can to make you feel good about it, like guaranteeing every job we do will be done right. So when you need to make a decision, turn to the experts you trust at Williams Comfort Air.
Ray Skillman Buick GMC is Indy's best choice for a new vehicle.
And with 2 locations, we're just minutes from you.
Save up to $12,000 on a new Sierra Crew Cab. Drive a new Buick Encore for as low as $169 a month.
Ray Skillman Buick GMC, just minutes from you, or RaySkillmanCars.com.
Good morning. We have a snowy mess out there this morning, but when the kiddos are coming home from school, at least it'll be a little bit better. It'll be raining with our high in the low 40s later today. We'll take a look at a warming trend once we leave the snow coming up.
At Value City Furniture, we know great moments deserve great furniture. Hurry to our President's Day sale, now extended, and the more you buy, the more you save store-wide. Or enjoy 48 months special financing. Only at Value City Furniture.
I'm Gary Dick. We'll tell you about continued growth at tech company Lev. The company has new office space with plans to add 70 jobs, record funding at the IU School of Medicine, and our Culture Matters segment goes inside Allied Solutions, Sunday morning at 11.
Juicy, sizzling steak, hand-tossed original dough, fresh cut onions, crunchy green peppers, a delicious 4-cheese blend, and our creamy Philly sauce. All in the best Philly cheesesteak you can get on a pizza. Right now, get the new Philly or any large specialty Papa John's pizza for just $12.
Hurry to Value City Furniture during the President's Day mattress sale. Last chance to save $300 off all iComfort foam and hybrid sets, like this Firm Queen mattress set, now $10.99. Or enjoy 48 months special financing, only at Value City Furniture.
Over 100 remaining 2018s up to $16,000 off. Don Hines Ford's huge President's Week Spectacular. The last F-150s 5 to $16,000 off every one. From $189 a month. 2018 Explorers 6 to $10,000 off every one. Explorers from $169 a month. 2018 Escapes $7,500 to $9,000 off every one. Escapes from $175 a month. Get 0 for 60. Buy today. Make no payments till May. Our President's Week Spectacular.
Don Hines Ford, 126th Street, State Road 37 in Fishers.
$6.44.
You got to read the story.
Can I just say I don't want to?
I know. I know you don't.
Got a strange new warning from the FDA this morning against getting something called a young blood transfusion.
This is crazy. So some clinics are now claiming they can reverse the effects of aging by me getting your young blood.
No, you can't have it.
And it's going to keep me young. So this company called Ambrosia was planning to launch a service across the U.S. selling 2 liters of young blood plasma for $12,000.
I had to give it a nice name, to Ambrosia, like it's some nice thing. The FDA says there's no proof that infusing the blood of a younger person into your system has any age-reversing benefits.
So don't do it.
And they're warning that it's likely just a waste of money. Ambrosia has since stopped offering patient treatments.
No, that's crazy. All right, well, we are keeping an eye on the weather this morning. We know it has been crazy all over.
That's right. That's why we have crews in Johnson County and Marion County, even in Hamilton County, where Alyssa has been mostly this morning. Alyssa, what are you seeing in the Westfield area?
It's not snowing anymore here in Westfield. That's the good news this morning. You can see that there is snow on our sidewalks. People are going to have some work to do this morning to clear these sidewalks ahead of going off to work. But roads, side roads here too are covered. You can hear a little bit of the beep, beep, beep. You're looking at a plow down there, has a salt basket on the back of it as well. But good news out here in Westfield is conditions are definitely improving. So now I didn't want anyone to get mad at me, so that's why I got out of the car finally. But telling you the truth, Ben, Julia, and Chuck, I'm about to go back in that car where it's 76 degrees because I'm not quite acclimated to central Indiana yet after being in Florida all week. So I'm just going to go in here, envision it's nice and sunny and warm. Okay?
All right, Alyssa. Hey, thanks so much. You know, the funny thing about this weather is we're going to warm up later today, and this probably won't be an issue when they drive home.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what's going to be weird. We have these 2-hour school delays, over 300 of them right now, Chuck. And by the afternoon, they're going to be like, why were we delayed in the first place?
Yeah,
but now it's serious.
It is, and this is one of those days when I go and speak to groups, somebody always brings this up. It's usually a young mother. They hate these days because this means have to get child care for the small children, which means they're late for work, which means their work schedule is pushed back. As you know, so this,
and then they have to pick the kids up at the same time.
I call this a domino day because boom, 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 boom. Let's take a live look out at an area that got snow earlier this morning and now some rain and sleet between Greenwood and Franklin. And this has just about ended. But I got to tell you, some of you now are seeing some mist and drizzle out there. And we're going to hear more from Mimi in traffic. How about this? This is our camera at Ball State University. We had snow, we could see it, and then freezing rain came in on top of the snow, and that has iced up our camera. And there are a lot of slick roads in the Muncie, Anderson, Alexandria areas, where just about everywhere else. Also now, a dry slot of air is moving in. When that happens in back of these storms, you get real strong winds. 33-mile-per-hour gusts at the airport. Carmel now with a 30-mile-per-hour gust of wind. And as Alyssa mentioned, it has stopped snowing there in Westfield, which is good. But some of you right along 27 in the far east part of our viewing area from basically Richmond over towards, Lynn, still have snow and sleet and rain. And Lindsay was mentioning that Centerville has very icy roads. Here's the I-65 corridor. This is very light rain that is mixed in with some freezing drizzle. Again, 65, really be careful there. Mimi has mentioned people are going too fast on some of these roads. So we've jumped from 279 delays to around 300. And yes, we will see rain today when people are coming home from work or school. The temperatures are so important right now. We need it over freezing by a lot, but right now 33 here and in Muncie, 33 in Bloomington, and 35 in Seymour. The winter weather advisory, the southern counties have been taken out of this, okay? So Bloomington and Columbus, you're not under this anymore, but we're still seeing a winter weather advisory. Martinsville, Shelbyville on north, so the entire metro area under a winter weather advisory. Remember, IPS is on a 2-hour delay today, so that ride home is quite important. And I do think, Julia was asking, what's it going to be like when the kids come home from school? It's going to be raining when you're coming home from work or school. So make sure that even though it may be dry outside right now, you're prepared with an umbrella or a raincoat. I do want to take you through the next few hours. Now, I mentioned this dry slot. This is going to be with us maybe until lunchtime when Sean is on with the noon show. And by the way, you can always stream that at WTHR.com if you're at work having lunch. Here's when a lot of you are coming home or start coming home from work and school. 2 o'clock, widespread rain. Let's go to 4:30 for the evening rush hour. Still rain, and I think there could be some pockets of rain after this. By the time we enter 11 o'clock to midnight, the skies start to clear a bit. But we're not going to clear. We're going to get some fog tomorrow morning, so it could be a little dense as we start our day tomorrow, too. 42 as this changes to rain, 30 tonight, 43 Thursday. Friday, we're up to 44, 60 degrees as we go into Saturday with some scattered thunderstorms.
Wow, what a distant memory this will be even later today, especially when it's 60 on Saturday.
It's going to be nice.
You're going to love it.
Well, we are dreaming of summer. I'll take spring at this rate, but definitely summer. If your older teens are looking for a summer job, Kings Island says they have more than 5,000 positions available.
That's a great summer job, though, right? They're even building a new place for all those summer workers to stay so they don't have to drive back and forth from Indy. Now, the park says construction's already underway on a brand new dorm that'll open up this May. They're calling it the One Team Village, and it will have housing for 400 people.
This area will have everything from a convenience store to TV and kitchen space, even free Wi-Fi. You can find out more about those summer jobs on our website at WTHR.com.
My goodness, it won't even be like work.
I know, exactly.
Working in a theme park, staying in a luxury.
I'll see you when school starts, Mom and Dad.
Exactly. Well, we aren't the only ones dealing with this nasty winter weather this morning.
This is a massive winter storm, really bringing snow, ice, and rain to 39 states. Stay tuned for the Today Show for the big problems that weather is creating all across the country.
Slick roads, accidents, not a good combination for your Wednesday drive. We'll have the latest on that morning commute coming up.
I like to play games where I get to embarrass you on television. If I were an emoji, my eyes would be hearts right now.
Watch Ellen weekdays at 3 on WTHR Channel 13.
Now's the perfect time to get organized with California Closets. It's our winter upgrade event. Save up to 15% on our beautiful premium finishes. Visit our showroom and be inspired. Schedule your free design consultation at CaliforniaClosets.com.
This February, we want you to save more at Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. Get more presidential savings with deals like these.
Lease a new 2019 Camry for only $149 a month. A new 2019 Tacoma for only $199 a month. Or get 0.9% APR financing on select models.
More means more presidential treatment and more presidential savings.
We have what you're looking for at Andy Moore Toyota in Avon.
So hurry in and take advantage of monumental deals today.
It's our Factory Direct Pool and Spa sale at Family Leisure.
Buy now and save big. Higher quality pools, fast professional installation, spas. Now is the time to buy. All spas and swim spas are priced to move.
Factory Direct Pool and Spa sale going on now at Family Leisure.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best to spend this precious time that we've been given.
Visit Sarasota, beaches and beyond.
It's the President's Day sale at Grand Appliance and TV. Find deals like this LG stainless French door for $10.98, a Frigidaire stainless range for $4.98, and this Amana washer for $3.98. Plus, get up to $600 off select top brand appliance purchases and up to $600 off select purchases of bedding, grills, and vacuums. Shop the President's Day sale at your local Grand showroom or online at grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance and TV. You make it home, we make it grand.
If you're applying for Social Security disability benefits, Hensley Legal Group can help. We'll be there every step of the way, whether you're applying for the first time or preparing for your final hearing. Hensley Legal Group, the strength to make a difference.
It's our Factory Direct patio furniture sale at Family Leisure.
Spring is just around the corner. Shop now for the largest selection at guaranteed lowest prices. Factory Direct pricing on all of the best brands, hundreds of in-stock sets.
Factory Direct patio furniture sale going on now at Family Leisure.
Get to Champion Chevrolet of Avon, the home of Zero Down.
Get a new Equinox for $0 down or just $249 a month.
Keep your money in your bank.
Shop ChevyofAvon.com.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
6:54, welcome back to Sunrise. A lot of the snow is over. We are closely watching temperatures right now. We want it above freezing, and it is in Indianapolis and Muncie. It is not in places like Westfield, where although the snow is stopped, we still have a lot of snow cover. Folks, around 300 school delays, including this one at Westfield, Washington. It is very windy outside as this dry slot of air is moving in. 33-mile-per-hour winds at the airport, and a winter weather advisory is until 10 o'clock for Martinsville North, 42 with rain later today, Mimi.
Good morning from the Speedway Traffic Center. We have had our share of problems throughout the morning, calming down just a little bit as far as accidents, with the exception of 465. This one just at Pendleton Pike off of 465. Want to take you just north of that location. Here's 465 and Pendleton Pike. Traffic definitely seeing reduced speeds in this area, and we are loaded up. This is just a big blob of headlights that is rolling westbound 465 at Michigan Road. Again, plenty of extra time needed for your travels. This is interstate travel. Let's check in our city travel with Carlos.
Yeah, you know what? You're going to see everything on your commute on the way. We've got some mist coming from the sky right now on the ground. You've got slush. You've got rain over here, snow in the grass area over here. Luckily, there is no ice immediately in this area downtown. But, guys, it is one of those commutes where you're going to be seeing a lot of different conditions. Give yourself some extra time. And, oh, hey, Jack's Donuts is in the distance, guys. I know where I'll be in 5 minutes. Back to you.
Make sure to bring us some, Carlos. Thanks a lot. Hey, we have more than 300 school and business delays this morning, so please check that WTHR News app and, of course, WTHR.com/closing.
And if you haven't already, download that weather app. You can see street-level zoom-ins, animated radar, fully customizable to what you have going on in your life. And we're going to be here with you through the next 4 hours of the Today Show.
Right, as well as our WTHR Facebook Live page. Lindsay and I will be there. And I'm going to be on in 6 minutes with Jim, Deb, and Kevin for 95.5 WFMS. And we're going to talk specifically about these problems in our northern counties where we have all these school delays this morning.
All right, let's take you to Johnson County Live. You can see what conditions look like there on US 31. Be careful. We'll see you at 7:27.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Genesis of Noblesville, the new luxury vehicle.